The Kingdom of France, on the eve of the Black Death, was the most populous and powerful country in medieval Europe, boasting a population of 16–17 million inhabitants within a territory slightly smaller than its modern borders. This made France the most densely populated region in Europe at the time, with an average of 38–40 persons per square kilometer. The country's political and administrative landscape was deeply fragmented, embodying the basic feudal social structures of the era. Dukes, counts, and local assemblies wielded significant political power, and the English king controlled a large swath of southwestern France, known as the Duchy of Guyenne, which included Gascony and the vital seaport of Bordeaux. The Black Death's history in France, a topic somewhat neglected in broader historical narratives, reveals a complex pattern of arrival, spread, and devastating impact, exacerbated by the ongoing Hundred Years' War and the fractured political state of the region. The Black Death reached France in November 1347, introduced by a Genoese plague ship that landed in Marseille. The ship, coming from the east, was forced to leave its home port shortly after its return and made its way to Marseille, spreading the plague along the coast of southern France towards Toulouse and north toward Avignon. By December 1347, the plague had reached Avignon, and by April 1348, it had spread to Lyon. The disease ravaged the population, moving swiftly from southern to northern France, leaving a trail of death and despair in its wake. In Paris, the largest city in Europe at the time with a population of 80,000, the plague arrived in June 1348 and did not abate until January 1349, with daily death tolls reaching staggering numbers. The societal impact of the plague in France was profound. The spread of the disease incited widespread panic, leading to the search for scapegoats and culminating in accusations against various marginalized groups, including travelers, invalids, and the Jewish population. Despite Pope Clement V's efforts to quell these persecutions by placing the Jews under his protection, the rumors of well poisoning led to targeted violence in other regions, notably the Duchy of Savoy and the Holy Roman Empire. King Philip Roman VI of France, in response to the pandemic, ordered the University of Paris to compose the Compendium de Epidemia, a pioneering work aimed at understanding and combating the plague. The Black Death's recurring outbreaks continued to shape France's social and economic landscape well into the 18th century, with the last epidemic being the Great Plague of Marseille in 1720. This detailed examination of the Black Death's impact on the Kingdom of France during the mid-14th century underscores the profound and lasting effects of the pandemic on the country's demographic, social, and political fabric. It highlights the interplay between disease, societal structures, and historical events, illustrating the complex dynamics that characterize this tumultuous period in French history.